When the jump is done, no one will ever know someone stuck into the building and did go into the sacks and take something out of it. Okay?
Then, Professor.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Jean Pod Van Damme cast, the only podcast that Jeff and I can actually say right. Just the Jean Pod Van Damme cast part, but obviously I can't speak otherwise. We are going to be reviewing 2006's Heist School, aka Sinav. I don't speak Turkish, so I have no clue how to actually say it.
I speak flawless Turkish.
Do you? How do you say it then?
I'm not sure.
No, that's the one word that you didn't study.
I forgot that. Yep.
That's okay.
I was sick that day.
Yep. This is a comedy drama, 2 hours long, and no subtitles, actually.
It's our second review of a movie that we don't speak the language.
Don't speak the language, and we have no clue what's going on. The great thing about it, though, is we know the body language. We know the language of the body.
Yes.
And there was nothing sexy about this film, but it's 5 high school students planning to steal a university entrance exam booklets. And it was released October 20th, 2006.
Man, we're getting up there.
I know, man. We're getting closer and closer. The director is Omar Farouk Sarak. The writer, Yigit Gurlap. I'm really sorry if I butchered that. I know I did.
Our Turkish fans are going to be really mad.
Really upset with us. Actually, I'm pretty sure we do have a handful of Turkish fans. So shout out, guys. Email us, thebros@podbros.com, if you want to help us out with this one.
Send us a copy of Turkish Star Wars.
Yeah, that'd be
such
sweet.
a good movie.
Guven Karach plays Rafet 69.
Guven Crotch?
Yeah.
That's an awesome
Is there a grooving crotch here? Hey, get your grooving crotch over here. Why, you little...
When I catch you, I'm going to cut out your tongue and use it to paint my boat.
Ada Axel plays Guler. Butel Alganate plays Hand. Zafir Oguz plays Commissar Metten. And then a bunch of other ones. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just going in order to what IMDb has. And I'll be absolutely honest, just like with Narco, I did not watch the whole thing. I actually skipped through it. I looked around at it. It's kind of hard to want to watch a movie with no subtitles. And you can't find this, like you found it on YouTube under its Turkish name, not under, there's a lot on YouTube of kids making little skits called Heist School. So there was a lot of that. I was like, where's Van Damme in this?
You ended up being put on a checklist.
Yep, I did on a very terrible production value checklist. Oh, this guy likes watching terrible stuff, which that's true, I do.
You should be arrested for that.
I should, but it's not illegal in America yet to
Not yet.
bad filmography cinema. All right, so getting into Van Damme in this, he actually doubled his cameo role compared to Narco. And it starts, I'm just going over his scenes with it.
It's really almost not a cameo because it's about 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, really. It's, I mean, he plays a very minor role in it.
I wonder if he got top billing.
Oh, he did. If you look at the cover of it, it's him rolling down the window with the kids looking at him. The funny thing is, though, the top billed cast, he's not in the top billed cast. You think he would be, but I guess they put him down. Now, it gets really weird. He plays a guy named Charles in the film. And the guy, he's basically like, Van Damme's a kind of world-renowned thief, I guess. So
he plays those a lot.
Yeah, he does, man. It was like The Order.
Yeah.
The kids ask him basically to steal the exams. They set up a plan. Like, it opens up, Van Damme's getting off a plane, doing that cool slow walk with the music going on in the background. And he goes up to the kids, and the kids have like a sign saying something along the lines of Mr. and Mrs. Brown or something. And they kind of talk back and forth, and Van Damme just says, "Follow me." And the driver drives off with Van Damme in the car, and the kids are left chasing after the car, which is pretty funny. So it cuts to the scene. They're all around a table discussing something. He's setting up something with the kids about taking the exam. Now here we have Van Damme with the kids, and he has a translator. So he's talking to the translator. Van Damme's speaking in English.
Which is weird.
Right, you would think you just speak in French or
yeah,
something.
there's like
his
like 6 degrees of language separation there.
Right, yeah. So he's talking to the translator, and the translator's obviously translating to the kids about this. They're trying to figure out how to steal the questions from the exam center. And I have to say, during some of it, I don't know if it was just a bad copy that I saw. Van Damme sounds drunk while he's doing this. Like, some of his lines, he sounds like he's wasted speaking them.
Is he a big drinker? Like, I don't really know if he's...
I think he used to be. I don't know if he still is. I mean, I figured that he kind of changed it up a little, but maybe he didn't.
He's always been in great shape.
Oh, yeah. Definitely always been in great shape. So the scenes go back and forth. Like, it's one of those, hey, we're hatching out the plans, kind of like Ocean's 11. Like, okay, we're going to do the overview of us talking about the plans, and then we're going to show us doing what we're talking about. And so It's like, okay, Van Damme's going to sneak into the building. He does the Mission Impossible where he's coming down through the ceiling on the rope, and he hits the floor. He changes into a security guard outfit, ends up getting the exams, and then it shows him like shooting a grappling hook on top of a building, climbing it up. Then he rappels down somewhere. Really hilarious and awesome. Made me actually want to sit and watch the film, and I totally would have if there were subtitles to this.
Yeah.
Because it did look kind of funny.
Turkish movies, they're not known for being good normally. They're normally known for being infamous.
Right, yeah.
Like Turkish Star Wars, or like, there's a bunch of other movies where they literally take footage and music from American films.
Right, yeah, they just
throw it on
steal it. Yeah. No, it's gotten really funny. I didn't expect us to be talking about this on a Jean-Claude Van Damme cast podcast, but Turkish films have gotten a lot better recently. There was a really awesome one on Netflix that I just watched, a horror film.
What's it called?
You just had to say that.
I think I just added it because I was looking for it. Look, oh, Turkish.
It's called Baskin, like Baskin Robbins. Baskin.
Okay. Yeah, I added that to my watch list.
You gotta watch it, man. I dug it. It was you wouldn't expect it. Like, I don't know if I would have liked it as much if it was an American film.
Yeah.
But the fact that it was like a pretty cool original story from Turkey, and the production value and everything in it was pretty
Passable,
awesome.
yeah.
Yeah. I really dug it. Like, I probably would have dug it if it was American English done over here, but like,
was it
I don't know.
subtitled
There was just
Okay.
There was something about that film over there and how they did it that I really dug it, and to hear some of the story behind it is pretty cool as well, because they had to do some scenes like on high guard because of how liberal the scenes were compared to some of the conservative culture in the areas that they were filming.
No kidding.
Yes.
That's kind of scary.
Pretty cool. Oh yeah, they said that they were scared doing some of the stuff. So anyway, back to Van Damme and this film, and I think it was actually this film that really started the Turkish cultural film revolution. Heist
I agree.
School. So Van Damme basically steals the exam. The kids get into his car with him. He's talking to him. He kind of gives him a guilt lecture about like, what you're doing is unfair, and think of the other guys taking the exam for real. Then the kids leave. He drives off. All while the kids are walking down an alley or whatnot, these other kids in suits come out of nowhere, bully the kids, steal the exam from them, and start walking away. They walk into an even more narrow alley. Van Damme's driver cuts them off. Van Damme comes around from the corner. The two buddies run away. There's 3 of the kids in suits. 2 buddies run away. The third one, who has the test, like, looks at Van Damme. Van Damme just looks at him. The kid gives the exam to Van Damme. The other 2 are like walking and they're down on their luck. They're like, what do we do now? We just, spend all this money or whatever. I'm only assuming. But they're like, we're SOL. We're shut out of luck here. Van Damme pulls up in the car again, tells the kids to get in again, gives them the test. Like, the kid's like so happy. He like hugs and kisses them. It was basically like the Turkish Michael Cera and who's the other one I'm thinking of? Not Seth Rogen. Why did I throw out Seth Rogen? The Jonah Hill.
Yes.
It was basically the Turkish version of Michael Cera and Jonah Hill.
So
from
the one kid was
Superbad.
actually like 30 years old.
Yeah. No, I mean it was a tall, skinny kid and a fat kid. So, and they're like, "Oh, thank you, Van Damme." He's just like, "Yeah, whatever, that's cool." And they're like, "So how did you get it back? Did you kick him?" And then it shows a side shot of like Van Damme, like it splits away, and it shows Van Damme doing a back kick to the kid's face and then grabbing it. And Van Damme says, "No, that stuff only happens in the movies." Basically, I just took it from him. He gives it back to the kids, and that was basically it. Then the next scene shows Van Damme talking to this guy, and the guy says his name. He says like Jean-Claude to him. So I was like, wait, was Van Damme playing himself in this? Like,
yeah,
but it said he was Charles. I don't know. That was a little confusing. And then it ends on him. So I don't know what happened at the end of the movie.
Maybe they just used footage where he was talking to him, and since they weren't speaking in Turkish, they didn't think anyone would notice that they said his name.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, the guy was talking in Turkish to Van Damme.
Oh, that's right.
Or yeah, I think Turkish or whatever other. He was talking a language that wasn't American English, so I didn't understand it. Could have been Welsh for all I know.
It's true, Martian.
Yep, Martian, definitely. That's it. That's it for it. That that little bit of Van Damme acting in this. On the split scale, I guess I'll go first on this one. I always ask you first. I'll switch it up here. 10 minutes of Van Damme, not too bad. The film actually seemed really good. I was very actually intrigued with the film. But then again, it also kind of reminded me of mid-2000s comedy films that just seemed like National Lampoons, for instance, for a moment there was putting their name on every college comedy film that you could think of.
It was awful.
And this kind of seemed like it fit amongst that.
Same vein.
Yeah, same vein of things. However, there's a soft spot in my heart for that terrible, terrible comedy. One of those that I just like to put it on in the background while I'm doing something. I don't have to pay too much attention to what's going on the film. Mm-hmm. I felt like Heist School. I could have done the same thing with it. Van Damme. If
you spoke the language.
If I spoke the language, yes. Van Damme's role in it was pretty funny. Like I said, there is one point where I was just like, is he drunk while he's reading it? I give it a 7 out of 10.
I agree. That's exactly what I was going to give it as well. I mean, they even threw in a kick, so no splits. Yeah. I don't think there were any splits.
No splits at all, man. It was just, that was it. Like Van Damme just did secret agent type of stuff, and there was just the back spinning kick. That was it. That's all there was.
I wonder how much he got paid for that.
I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I'd like to know, or if he just did it for free. Because Van Damme seems like the sort of guy who's like, all right, I'm here, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it for free. But who knows? Maybe they're like, no. So, I don't know. Let's look to see if there's any trivia or, well, I'm not going to quote this film.
The trivia is all in Turkish.
There is trivia, there's no quotes. Hey! We just answered our own question here. Jean-Claude Van Damme refused to take a paycheck because he liked the script so much and was happy for not being typecast.
Wow, no kidding.
Look at that.
What a swell guy.
I know, he is a swell guy. Jean-Claude Van Damme filmed his stuff for this movie in just 3 days. That's not surprising. It's a 10 minutes. I'm surprised it took 3 days to do that. Yeah. No,
that's nice of him.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Like I said, I'd like to watch this movie if it had subtitles to it. I don't know if it does or not, but that's it, man. That's Heist School.
The parts in which we saw Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yep, the parts in which we saw.
Those are highly recommended. The rest, you'll just have to find out for yourself.
Find out for yourself. Exactly.
Can't rely on us for everything.
All right, we finally move into 2007. Van Damme had a big year in 2006. We're in 2007, and Van Damme is in Until Death. I'm excited for this one. I watched this one when it came out, basically.
Yeah?
Yeah, when it was on...
We're hitting that time where we can
We're starting.
Yep.
We're starting to. Oh man, I can't wait. The Shepherds after that, which I'm spoiling this, but anyone who's listening can obviously go and look this up on IMDb. I can't recall if I watched The Shepherd or not.
I have not.
And then we have JCVD, which I'm very excited for you to watch.
Yeah.
So, and
me too.
Oh man, there's some good ones in here. We're getting into some weird. It's really weird, man. We're getting really close to the end of our Van Damme cast. It's
I'm
kind
gonna cry.
I know. Seriously.
Well, we can start reviewing episodes of Jean-Claude Van Johnson after that.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh,
Actually, by the time this comes out, I think we'll end up being into Van Johnson.
Yeah, so we'll have another,
to be honest,
like
with
12-ish to 20-ish episodes.
Yeah, exactly. So we're getting there. I think they said, there's 66 credits to Van Damme's name. One of them we haven't seen yet because it doesn't come out till next year. So we still got that. And, some of them we have seen already. I'll come out and say I've already watched Kung Fu Panda because of my kids. So
yeah, that's why, huh? It's your favorite movie.
Oh, it's up there. It's up there with Bloodsport. It's the close. Oh, speaking of, I texted you off air. This is a short episode. I'll end with this. Back in the day when we did Bloodsport, we did the trivia, and they said that they were going to make a remake for it, and it was going to be an all-female cast called Lady Bloodfight or something like that.
Yeah, I think that was it.
I mean, you were talking about it. Let's see. Lady Bloodfight.
Yep.
It's on Netflix right now, and I have it in my queue ready to watch. I can't wait to watch it.
Hell yeah.
All right, guys. That about wraps it up. We hope you enjoyed this short episode, another short episode of the Jean-Pod Van Damme cast. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Either way, let us know. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes or leave us a review, especially if you can leave us a review. Only leave 5-star reviews, though.
Only, or else.
Yeah. We are also on Patreon at patreon.com/podbros. Please consider donating. It helps us out tremendously. Or if you shop on Amazon, use our link. There's too many celebrities with podcasts. I'd ask you to do the same thing. They have enough money as is, where we are regular, stereotypical working class Joes.
Mm-hmm.
We need the money. Please shop using our link at Amazon so that we can still maintain doing the splits. All right, that's enough. I'm John.
And I'm Jeff.
And you've been listening to another episode of the Jean-Pod Van Damme cast. Now, Jeff, I want you to think about this. You stole these exams while the rest of those kids are going in there and taking them for real.
Now we got even, my little friend. What you've done, it's unfair. What about the other guys who are taking the real exam? I hope you're aware of that. Huh?
At my service.
Time to go.
Hey, well, that's all that's